Pick up a $50 gift card for just $25 at twinsbaseball.com/deals on dining. Well, we're all ready to go, John. We got a day game. Let's get another win. Here's John.
You're still dealing with those umpires, aren't you? Huh?
I try to forget them.
I know you do. The opening pitch today brought to you by the Minnesota Eye Consultants, pioneers and educators in vision correction procedures, including lazy cataract and glaucoma. Call 800-eye-to-eye or visit mneye.com. You can set up a consultation. Here's Jason Rebko against Wade Davis. First pitch of the game is a ball. Second, right in there for a strike, and we're at 1 ball and 1 strike to Rebko. Filling in for Denard Span. He's in uniform today. Denard is, and he could possibly play. Here is a foul. That'll reach the seats off to the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Our opening pitch today at 12:10 Eastern Time. And the game time temperature 86 degrees outside. A very comfortable 72 degrees inside. In Tropicana Field, there's a roof overhead. And the time and temp, of course, is always brought to you by Carrier. Turn to the experts. And the 1-2 delivery is down low and in the dirt. Knocked down by Kelly Shoppick, the catcher for the Rays this afternoon. And it'll be a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rebko with a .310 batting average, playing in his 16th game. 2 homers, 5 runs batted in. And a big RBI for the Twins in last night's game as Davis delivers wide. And it is a count of 3-2 full to Jason Rebko. Alexi Casilla and Joe Mauer waiting in the wings. The 3 scheduled batters for the Twins in the top of the first. Rebko, Casilla, and Mauer. And the pitch. Check swing and a bouncer right back to the big fella. That's Davis at the mound. He stands 6'5", 220 pounds. And he makes a short leap to play that ball. And he retires Rebko at first base. Check swing results in a 1-3 scoring play.
Seems like all their starters are big, John.
Well,
they brought up the kid,
right.
Jeremy Hellickson, and he seemed like a little guy compared to most of their starters.
Yeah, Hellickson started game 1 in this series. He was just a meager 6'1". There's a base hit by Casilla. Down the right field line, past first baseman Johnson. Casilla on his way to second. He'll reach a 2-base hit for Alexi. And the Twins will have a runner in scoring position. Casilla entering the game hitting .256. Boy, he ripped that ball right by first baseman Johnson. Johnson might have had a chance to reach up and try to catch it, but he really didn't see it right away, and it got right by him. Jeff Neiman 6'9", David Price 6'6", and now Wade Davis 6'5". They could field a pretty good basketball team with those starting pitchers. Mr. Hellickson, he'd have to be the point guard at 6'1". Now Mauer bats. Joe stepping in. He has 4 hits and 8 trips in the series. He didn't play in the Monday night game. Again, he's the DH. Jack Mauer played a little catch before the game with Dave Prumer, the Twins' assistant trainer, trying to see if he couldn't loosen up that right shoulder and maybe even catch in the game. And the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. And it'll be a count of 0-1 to Mauer.
No, I'm sure it's still a little sore. It's going to take a little time for that cortisone to really kick in and kind of free up his shoulder. But we're lucky to have Butera behind the plate doing such a good job defensively.
Now the set by Davis. He checks that runner, and here's the pitch to Mauer, and he drives one to deep right field. Way out there. Here's this ball off the fence. Into score is going to be Casilla on his way to second base is Mauer with a run-scoring double. Boy, right fielder Joyce charging after that one, but he couldn't get to it, and it hit right off the 370 marker in deep right center field. Mauer with a double, his 35th of the year, and the Twins have a fast start. They're leading 1-0.
Yeah, we got another winner on the contestant. That guy's 3 for 3 and first at bats. I like that.
Wow. He knows what he's doing, picking those Twins hitters to get the base hit. That's right. That means that Casey Chin will be back to play the Cub Foods $100,000 hot streak again tomorrow. And Casey wins a daily prize And the streak is now at 3 games. Register to play at your local participating Cub Foods. And make sure to purchase your butter kernel vegetables and S&W beans at Cub Foods. Delman Young bats. And Delman looks at a strike, and it's 0-1. Twins have a pair of hits, back-to-back doubles, and they lead 1-0. Mauer's run batted in is 57th of the year. Twins waited until the 2nd inning to score a run in last night's ball game. They did score a run in the 1st inning of the Tuesday game. And here's a drive down the left field line. If it's fair, it's going to be in there for extra bases. Here's Mauer to score. Young on his way to 2nd. Back-to-back-to-back doubles by the Twins. Casilla, Mauer, and Young. And the Twins come out swinging here against the Rays. And it's a 2-0 Twins lead. Delman Young picks up his 83rd run batted in. Delman Young, who was the co-player of the month of July with Jose Bautista of the Toronto Blue Jays, rips one down the left field line. Boy, that ball was hit hard. Hit off the base of the wall. Nearly a home run. And the Twins now with a 2-0 lead. And here's Jason Kubel to bat. Jim Hickey is out. Pitching coach for the Rays. He wants to try to settle down Wade Davis just a little bit. Trip to the mound presented by Quick Trip. No fee ATM from Quick Trip because $20 couldn't cost you $21.50. Just 11 pitches so far for right-hander Davis. Now he faces Jason Kubel, and the pitch to Kubel swung on and fouled, strike 1. Casilla starts the hit parade with a solid double down the right field line. He scores easily on Mauer's double, a booming 2-bagger to deep right center field. Young follows with a line drive 2-bagger off the left field wall right down the line. Here's a pitch up and in, and 1 ball and 1 strike. Delman with his 83rd run batted in. That's club leading. Kubel hitting .261. Jason was a pinch hitter in the game last night, 0 for 1. He's 3 for 9 in this series. And the pitch wide. 2 balls and 1 strike. Mauer has scored. Casilla has scored. Young is the base runner. There's 1 out. Shift on for Kubel in the pitch. Strike on the outside corner, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, even though Davis is a big, tall guy, John, not another one of those overpowering guys. He's not anything like last night's pitcher, David Price. He throws low 90, maybe tops out in his fastball.
Davis ready, and here's the pitch. Swinging a foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, what an interesting turnaround for Wade Davis. In the month of June, he made a total of 5 starts, and he was 0-5. In the month of July, he made 5 starts, and he was 4-0 with a no decision.
Yep. It's August. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Let's get him.
You got it. This is his first start in the month of August. Here's a swing and a drive and a base hit into left center field. It'll get Delman Young home. The Twins have a 3-run first as Kubel hits one right off the end of the bat and just kind of lays it into left center. And easily, Delman Young is across. The Twins have a 3-0 lead. And they have 4 hits in a row here in the first. Kubel's base hit. Scoring Delman Young. Jason picks up his 64th run batted in.
Well, it seems like every time Gardy pencils in Kevin Slowey, the boys come out swinging. He's got 3 to work with already.
Well, it's certainly a good start for the Twins here. And now Michael Kadire will bat. 4 hits in a row. Kadire with a base hit. Swinging in the first offering from Wade Davis. And he bounces one past shortstop Brignac into center field. And boy, I'll tell you, Wade Davis, he's not fooling anybody here in the first inning. Only Jason Repko is out, on a little tap back to the pitcher. But the Twins now have 5 hits in a row and a solid knock into center by Michael Kadire.
Well, John, he really doesn't have much of an off-speed pitch, and his breaking ball hasn't thrown it much. The couple times he has, it's been up in the zone and kind of flat. So basically his breaking ball and his fastball are at the same speed in the high 80s, and that's very hittable.
Well, I'll tell you, Jack, the Twins are really swinging the bat.
They are already.
And the first 6 batters, Davis has 18 pitches. Now here is Danny Valencia, and he'll look at a strike, and it's 0-1. That's just 3 pitches per batter. And Jason Repko, he saw 6 pitches. Jason Kubel, he saw a total of 5 pitches. Garcia swung on the first pitch. Maurer and Young swung on the second pitch. Kadire swung on the first pitch. Check swing by Valencia. He went around. 2 strikes to count. Danny, the 7th man to bat.
Well, that was a little slider there that he kept down, and Valencia is ready to swing.
Well, Davis leaning in. He's got a rough start here. There are 2 on for the Twins. There's just 1 out. 5 hits in a row for the Twins. Swing and a miss by Valencia. He went after the breaking pitch and missed it. Strikeout for Davis. That's out number 2. And here's the 8th man to come to the plate for the Twins here in the first inning. Davis coming into the game, 20 starts, 9 wins, 9 losses, 115 innings pitched, 113 hits allowed, 19 of them home runs. So he gives up the gopher ball. 47 walks, 75 strikeouts, an ERA of 4.21. Ground ball, base hit, center field, off the bat of Hardy. Here comes Kubel, he'll score. Kadire will hold at second base. 4-0, the Twins are leading. And the Twins get their 6th hit of the first inning. They'll bat around. And now the number 9 hitter, Drew Butera, will step in. J.J. Hardy first pitch swinging. And a solid base hit into center field. Nothing that Brignac or Rodriguez could do about that one. Right up the middle of the diamond and into center. Hardy picks up his 22nd run batted in. So a big start for the Twins. 4 runs here in the top half of the first inning. Number 9 hitter, Drew Butera stepping in. Butera hitting .202, playing in his 30th game. And the pitch, swinging a ground ball, fouled on the third baseline. Way back, Jack, when Joe Mauer batted, we were talking about Mauer not being able to catch because he couldn't be able to throw. And it's not that you want Mauer to catch because of Butera. You want Mauer to catch so you can get Jim Thome in the lineup to DH.
Well, that's all true, John. Right now, I just think the Twins are satisfied with the job Drew's doing behind the plate.
Now the pitch to Butera. Slider misses low. Yeah, he's done a very nice job catching the Twins pitchers, throwing out attempted base stealers. He's been very, very better than average behind home plate. Here's the set now by right-hander Davis, and the pitch to Butera. Swings it. It's a pop-up that may be playable for first baseman Johnson. Over near the dugout. He reaches over the railing of the dugout. Makes the catch. And Butera is out, and the Twins are down in the first inning. But a very nice first for the Twins. 9 men bat. 4 runs score on 6 hits. And the Twins, after a half inning of play, Minnesota 4. Tampa Bay coming to bat on your home for Twins baseball. .25 pitches for Wade Davis in the first inning. The Twins bat around, score 4 with 6 hits, and have a 4-0 lead for Kevin Slowey as he faces Sean Rodriguez, leadoff batter for the Rays. He'll start the bottom half of the first inning, and he'll look at a strike, and it's 0-1. Slowey, a 10-game winner. He is 0-1 lifetime against the Rays. He has not faced them this year. Here's a pop-up, shallow center field. Repko coming on. Hardy is out. Hardy calls for it. Hardy makes the catch. One away. Leadoff batter Rodriguez retired.
Well, the Twins came out with their hitting shoes on. 6 hits and 4 runs in the first half inning, and makes the kind of game plan for Kevin Slowey change a little bit. Now he's got the luxury of just throwing fastballs down the middle like he did his last start and trying to get those guys to make themselves out. A little bit of latitude to work with now.
Yeah, Slowey, he beat the Seattle Mariners in his last start. 8 shutout innings, giving up just 3 hits. And the Twins won the game 4-0. Longest outing for Slowey since the 20th of April. Left-handed hitting Crawford takes a pitch inside for a ball, swings and fouls back. And now quickly the count is at 1-2. 1-2 the count. Here's Slowey's pitch. Down low and in. 2-2. 4-0. Twins leading. Slowey working quickly. Swinging a foul back. And it's still 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss by Crawford on a 2-2 delivery. And a strikeout for Kevin Slowey.
Good changeup.
Two down for the Rays as they bat here. In the bottom half of the first inning, they trail 4-0. And here's Evan Longoria to bat. Longoria hitting at .290, 15 homers and 69 runs batted in. He does have a hit in each of the games in the series, but he is 3 for 12 with one run batted in. Takes a strike and then swings and fouls. And it's 2 strikes to count. I don't know why Kevin Slowey is in such a hurry to get to Cleveland, but he's working at a huge...
Well, I like it.
Yeah, fast pace. He gets the ball back and he starts his windup. And the pitch is up and in. 1-2. Now Longoria steps out briefly, then gets back in. Slowey standing tall, ready, and into the line, and here's the pitch. Just outside. 2-2. Twins will fly out right after the game to Cleveland. A weekend series with the Indians Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Swing and a miss by Longoria. He chased an 82-mile-an-hour slider, and he missed it. And Slowey has a 1-2-3 first inning. He gets out of there on a total of 14 pitches. And that'll do it for the Rays in the first. At the end of one, Twins lead 4-0, and you're home for Twins baseball. Hey, welcome back to the Treasure Island Radio Network. Treasure Island is proud to be the founding partner of Target Field. The best in entertainment, dining, and accommodations are at the island. Leadoff batter for the Twins, Jason Rebko. He opened the game with a bouncer to the pitcher, Wade Davis. Swings on a 1-0 delivery to start the second inning and hits the ball high in the air where it is caught by center fielder B.J. Upton. And there's 1 up and 1 down to start things here in the top half of the second inning. The Twins are leading 4-0. Batting around. In the top half of the first inning and scoring 4 runs on 6 hits. Alexi Casilla, who started the hit parade with a double down the right field line, came around to score in a double by Joe Mauer to give the Twins their first run. He bats. Takes a strike and then a ball, and it's 1-1. Davis works quickly and pitches. Swinging a foul, and it's 1-2. Fans, be sure to listen in the 7th inning for the Minnesota State Lottery 7th inning scratch, when you can call in and win great prizes like lottery scratch tickets. The Minnesota State Lottery. Everyone is playing. Change up, misses. 2 balls and 1 strike. White Sox are in action today. They have an afternoon game that'll start shortly. Swinging a foul out of play. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Alexi Casilla. Sox are at Detroit to wind up their 4-game series, and they lead in that series right now, 2-1. Here is the 2-2 delivery. Fly ball center field. Easy play for Upton, drifting back a few steps. He waits and makes a one-handed catch. That'll be out number 2 for the Twins. Two fly ball outs to center. In the Sox-Detroit game, Freddie Garcia 10-4 against Max Scherzer, who is 7-8. And they have an afternoon game that will be getting underway just a little bit after 1 o'clock Central Time. White Sox then move on to Baltimore for a 4-game series against the Orioles. Playing through Monday. Twins have an off day Monday in Chicago. And the White Sox and the Twins will open up a series on Tuesday night at U.S. Cellular. Mauer looks at ball 1 and then ball 2. 2-0 to count to Joe Mauer. Twins are batting in the second, leading 4-0. A barrage of 6 hits for the Twins in the first inning, and they bat around. Mauer with a one-hop ground ball to second. Right to the glove of Rodriguez. On to first to retire Joe Mauer. And Wade Davis settles down and has a 1-2-3. Very, very quick 10-pitch second inning at the end of an inning and a half. 4-0 Minnesota, and you're home for Twins baseball. Local Kubota dealer takes us down on the farm. New Britain's Juan Portis fell a double shy of the cycle, but finished with 4 hits and 4 runs batted in. The Rockets win over Erie. Visit your Kubota dealer at Arnold's of Glencoe and Highway 12 West in Glencoe. Stop by Bobcat of Duluth on Arrowhead Road in Duluth. And the leadoff batter for the Rays, Willie Ibar, swinging on the second pitch, the first to strike. It's a little ground ball to second baseman Alexi Casilla. And Casilla with a quick flip to Kadire for the out. There's 1 up and 1 down. Slowy has retired 4 in a row to start the game. Twins are leading 4-0. Here's your chance to take a tour of Target Field, folks. Each session will be led by a trained tour guide. The length of the tour varies, so please allow up to 90 minutes for your excursion around the ballpark. Tickets are available online, over the phone, and at the Target Field box office. Be sure to purchase your tickets in advance as the tours sell out quickly. 1 ball to the left-handed hitting Matt Joyce. Right back. There's the strike. A fastball is in. And a count of 1-1 now to Joyce. He's the number 5 hitter. .233 batting average. 2 for 8 in the series. Pitched down low and in the dirt. And 2 balls and 1 strike to count to Matt Joyce. Yankees are idle, so the Rays would need to win this game to claim first place in the American League East. Slow going to pitch outside. Ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. A loss for the Rays, and they would drop a half a game back to the Yankees. Here is the 3-1 delivery. A swing and a miss by Matt Joyce. 3-2 in a full count. The Rays leave after the game. They fly to Toronto. They have a weekend series with the Blue Jays. The Yankees are home tomorrow night against the Red Sox. And the pitch. Fly ball left center field. Not hit deep. Hardy out. Young in. Young with the catch. Oh, boy. Not good communication there. And Delman Young had to sprint in from his left field post. That ball should have been caught in the hip pocket of either Delman Young or J.J. Hardy.
Yeah, Hardy was out there, and he actually ran past the ball, and then he let Delman just sprint by him to catch the ball. So Delman must have called it, which stopped Hardy, but Delman wasn't close to the ball yet when he called it.
I got a feeling Jerry White's going to have a little talk with Delman Young and J.J. Hardy when they get into the dugout. Here's Dan Johnson, the bat, takes the ball outside. Slowy right back, and he pitches high. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the Slowy 2-0 delivery, and a strike is in. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a high pop-up. It's going to reach the seats and be out of play. Back behind home plate. 2-2 the count now. Well, certainly a lot has been said about communication problems with Kevin Slowey and Joe Mauer when Mauer catches Slowey. Change up and a good pitch. Popped up in the infield. Valencia calling for it. Valencia makes the catch. Slowey has retired 6 in a row. And the Twins are holding a 4-0 lead after 2 on your home for Twins baseball. Here's the Continental Diamond Around the Diamond contest. As the Twins hit a home run here in the third inning, one fan will win a $250 gift certificate to Continental Diamond at St. Louis Park. Gail Machon, M-A-C-H-O-N, from Golden Valley is our contestant today. To register, all you have to do is visit ContinentalDiamond.com. Delman Young bats. 1 ball and no strikes to Delman. Twins are leading 4-0. 6 hits in the first inning and 4 runs. And Delman on a 1-0 delivery. It's a fly ball into center field. Trotting in, B.J. Upton makes a one-handed catch. Delman is out. And there's one away for Minnesota here in the top half of the third inning.
Well, both pitchers, John, are kind of settling in. Slowey's done a great job just throwing strikes, getting ahead, and working quickly. And now Wade Davis, after that horrible first inning, seems to be settling in a little bit.
Now Jason Kubel bats. Kubel had a hit and a run batted in the first. And Wade Davis ready, the right-hander to the line, and a pitch. Strike. And no balls and 1 strike. RBI hits for the Twins in the first. Mauer with an RBI double. Delman Young with an RBI double. Kubel with an RBI single. J.J. Hardy with an RBI single. 4 runs on 6 hits. Just low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. There are 4 other games scheduled in the American League today and tonight. The White Sox and the Tigers playing that afternoon game at Detroit. And the pitch. Swinging a foul. And it's 1-2 the count to Jason Kubel. The Angels at Baltimore. Buck Showalter 2-0 as the manager of the Baltimore Orioles. They won again last night. Dan Herron makes his second start for the Los Angeles Angels. Cleveland at Boston tonight. The Indians are going to pitch Josh Tomlin against Daisuke. Ground ball to the right side of the infield. Shortstop Brenyak plays it. 6-3 scoring play to retire Kubel, and they're 2 away. Jason is out on the 1-2 delivery. And now here is Michael Kadire to bat.
I have trouble in my scorecard putting 6-3 down there when the ball's hit at second base.
Well, they have but one infielder on the left side of the infield. That's the third baseman, Longoria, when Kubel bats. And also when Jim Thome bats, a very pronounced shift put on by Joe Madden, the manager of the Tampa Bay Rays. Kadire takes the ball inside. 1 ball and no strikes.
You know, the hitting coach and the pitching coach have those charts where they always put a line for where a hitter tends to hit the ball, and even though that goes down as a 6-3, the line will be right at second base.
Well, now the infield at normal and regular position depth. And here's Kadire, 2 balls and no strikes. Michael swings, and it's a fly ball to right field. It's hit deep. To the track is Joyce, and he'll make the catch. And another 1-2-3 inning here for Wade Davis. He's now retired 7 in a row since settling down. And that disastrous first when the Twins batted around, scoring 4 runs on 6 hits. At the end of 2.5, the Twins lead the Rays 4-0, and you're home for Twins baseball. Well, here's B.J. Upton to bat against Kevin Slowey in the bottom of the third inning. Twins are leading 4-0. Slowey has retired the first 6 batters that he's faced. And he delivers a strike and then a ball, and it's 1-1 to Upton. Upton in this series, 5 hits and 13 trips, including a big 3-run home run. That came in the Tuesday night game. Here's the strike in, and it's a count of 1-2. Slowey right back. And he misses down low and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 delivery and a pitch. Down low. Full count now, 3-2. Upton to be followed by Brenyak and then Shopik. Hitters 7, 8, and 9 in the order, in the pitch. No, he didn't miss. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Well, I tell you, it looked like Upton had a walk. He was on his way to first base. And kind of a delayed call from Chris Guccione, the home plate umpire. And a strikeout for Slowey, his third of the game. 7 in a row retired by Slowey, and here's Reed Brignac to bat.
Well, Slowey's always worked fast, John, but he is on some kind of torrid pace today. He is literally hitting his back foot on the rubber. As soon as he releases the ball, he's ready to go again. And I don't know if that's something that he's decided that might be a different. I remember Jim Cott doing that. He fast pitched way back when, that 1 year, and it worked out good for him.
1 ball, no strikes to count to Brignac, a left-handed hitter. Slowly delivers a slider in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Well, I was mentioning in the last at-bat by Dan Johnson in the second inning, and the pitch, swinging a foul back, where there had been a lot of talk about how Joe Mauer and Kevin Slowey were not on the same page, and they were always visiting at the mound, and Rick Anderson had told Joe and Kevin Slowey, hey, no visits to the mound in this game. You guys are to be on the same page. Pitch up high, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count to Reed Brignac.
Well, Drew Butera and Kevin Slowey, I guess, are roommates back in Minnesota, and maybe they've talked about the pace of the game.
Here's a swing and a fly ball into center field. Waiting on this one, Rebko. He'll make the catch. 2 down. Brignac is out. Well, Jack, this is the 4th time that Butera has caught Kevin Slowey. Mauer caught Slowey in that Sunday game.
The last game.
Yeah, in the 8 innings that Slowey pitched shutout ball against the Mariners. But if I remember correctly, I think you said that they never visited at all.
Joe never went to the mound that game. It was the first time that I can remember the two of them being on such the same page. And, it wouldn't surprise me at all that as roommates, Drew and Kevin have talked about this. He probably likes the fast pace. Maybe that's something Joe hasn't done.
There's Shopping to bat. Check swings the first pitch. This is down low, a ball. And 1 ball and no strikes.
Kevin's not one of those maximum effort type pitchers. He doesn't put a lot into his follow through. He's a step throw kind of guy. So he's one of those guys that can work very fast because he's not going to be fatigued with using his lower body and really driving the way some of the power pitchers do.
Well, that first pitch was a strike, not a ball. It was a check swing and a foul by Kelly Shopping. Now pitch inside and 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's what's brewing in this day in Twins history. Brought to you by August Shell Brewing Company. August 5th, 1980, Brian Harper. 0 for 4 against Seattle, snapping his hitting streak at 25 games. Second longest hitting streak in team history. August Shell Brewing Company celebrating 150 years of brewing great beers in Minnesota. Happy 150th birthday, August Shell. Pitches inside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count now to Shopping. 1-2. 2-away, nobody on. Shopping with a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for Slowey. His 2nd of the inning, his 4th of the game. 9 up and 9 down for Kevin Slowey as he starts retiring the first 9 batters that he faces. At the end of 3, Twins lead 4-0 on your home for Twins baseball. Hey, this portion of Twins baseball brought to you by your select Heartland Chevy dealers. See your Chevy dealer or log on to ChevyDealOnline.com. Danny Valencia leading off. He'll bat leadoff for the Twins here in the 4th. First pitch is a ball. Wade Davis right back. And he misses low and in. And Valencia had a count of 2 balls and no strikes. Danny had a 2-hit game last night. He's 2 for 13 in the series. Coming into today's game, 0 for 1 today. Fly ball left field, not hit deep. Crawford backing off just a little bit. He's about 10 feet in front of the warning track. He'll make the catch. Valencia is out. And there's 1 away for the Twins as they bat here. In the top half of the 4th inning, they're leading 4-0. Texas at Seattle. The Rangers won big last night. So Seattle continues to hold that big lead in the American League West. 8 games ahead of Oakland, 9 games ahead of the Los Angeles Angels. J.J. Hardy bats and takes his strike, and it's 0-1. Tonight, Tommy Hunter 8-1 against Felix Hernandez. He is 7-8. Another fly ball. This one to left center. Upton calls off. Left fielder Crawford makes the catch. Hardy on an 0-1 delivery is retired. 2 down for the Twins. Valencia and Harding out on fly ball outs. Nine batters retired in a row by Wade Davis. And 7 of the 9 outs have been fly ball or foul ball pop-up outs. Just 2 on the ground. Here's a pitch to Drew Butera. It's in there for a strike, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Twins have 4 runs on 6 hits. The Rays, no runs on no hits. Another strike is in. Breaking pitch from Davis. Boy, he's really on a roll right now, matching what Slowey is doing. That first inning, boy, what a disaster for Davis and for the Rays. The Twins came out swinging, and they scored 4 runs on 6 hits, including back-to-back doubles. And the pitch. Swing and a miss and a changeup. Strikeout for Davis. And another 1-2-3 inning for the Rays right-hander. The strikeout is just his 2nd of the game. Now at the end of 3.5 innings of play, we're in the middle of the 4th. The Twins are leading the Rays 4-0 on your home for Twins baseball. Well, the Rays had their first hit of the game. Here's Sean Rodriguez leading off against Kevin Slowey. First pitch, and he lines it into center field for a hit. Slowey had retired 9 in a row. A base hit for Sean Rodriguez, the first of the game for Tampa Bay. Hey, folks, here's your chance to have your name or your family name etched permanently on Target Plaza. Phase 2 of the Twins Tradition Wall is underway. Visit twinsbaseball.com or call 877-TWIN-WALL, TWINWAL, to purchase your place on the Twins Tradition Wall. Slowly works now to the number 2 hitter, Carl Crawford, and delivers the ball. And 1-0. 4-0, the Twins are leading. And the pitch. Fly ball left field. Down the line. Long run for Delman Young. In the corner, he makes the catch. A fair ball catch. Rodriguez tags. And he is safe at second base.
Said he missed the tag.
Oh, boy, Alexi Casilla is telling second base umpire Jerry Crawford and Gardy's going to come out and argue. Casilla thought he tagged him on the way by. And then Rodriguez came off the bag, but he scampered back safely. Crawford is going to say that Casilla did not tag him. It looked like he did.
Well, Delman did a good job getting rid of the ball again very quickly and throwing an accurate throw to Casilla.
Looks like he's out.
We get what Jerry Crawford doesn't get. We get to review the play, and he made a mistake. He missed it.
Well, Crawford was right on top of the play, but the replay does show that Casilla put a tag on Rodriguez as he advanced to second base. Crawford is out, and a fair ball catch. Now here's Longoria with a runner at second base. Rays trail 4-0. They're batting here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. There's a swing and a high fly ball into center field. Easy play for Repko. Rodriguez halfway. He'll retreat back to the bag. Longoria's out on the pitch. Well, the Rays are taking a page from the Twins. Twins in the first inning, the first 6 batters. 18 pitches to the first 6 by Wade Davis. Here in this, the 4th inning, 4 pitches. And there have been 2 outs and a base hit. Got a little chop talk for you, folks. 'Tis the season to hear cheering in the backyards everywhere. Give me a beer grilled chop. Oh, I've heard Jack Morris yell that one. Give me a peppered pork roast. Now, I'm not too sure I've heard you yell that one, have you?
I'd rather have the peppered pork roast.
Hey, what does that spell? Delicious. Find pork recipes we're cheering about at theotherwhitemeat.com. Slowey pitches to the left-handed hitting Willie Ibar. And Ibar swings and fouls down the first baseline. Strike 1. Runner at second, 2 down. Ibar taking a whack at that first pitch. Ibar batting left against the right-hander Slowey. The Rays have their first base runner of the game, and the pitch up high, and 1 ball and 1 strike. Now another former great Hall of Famer, Frankie Viola, visiting here at Tropicana Field. Frankie's coaching an AAU baseball team out of Orlando. And they're going to play a game right after this game here. And he's going to be the head coach of the team.
Yeah, it's like old home week next door in the TV booth. They've had Radke and Brunansky and now Viola.
And the pitch, swinging a foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Ibar. 2 away, 1 on. The Rays are batting in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out, and Ibar is down. Slowly gets his 5th strikeout of the game. He hadn't walked anybody as yet. Through 4 innings of play, the Twins are holding the lead 4-0 over the Rays. And you're home for Twins baseball. All right, Chris, here is Jason Rebko to lead off for the Twins as he bats against Wade Davis, a 4-0 Twins lead. We are in the top half of the 5th inning. Our U.S. Bank email of the game here in the top of the 5th. As the right-hander Davis delivers, and here's a drive, deep left field and well hit. It's a 5-0 game. Jason Rebko with his 2nd home run of the series. And a home run number 3 in the year for Rebko. Touch 'em all, Jason Rebko, and the Twins lead at 5-0. On an 0-1 delivery to Rebko, he connects. Boy, Carl Crawford, he didn't do anything but just turn around and watch that one sail into the seats. So the Twins get their 3rd home run of this series.
Good piece of hitting right there by Rebko.
Now the batter is going to be Alexei Kasian. He'll take a breaking pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Last night's game, John, we scored in the 2nd inning. Didn't score again until the 13th. To end up winning that game.
There's a bunt and a good one by Casilla. They won't get him. Picked up by Longoria, but his throw is late. Twins have back-to-back hits. A home run by Rebko to start the top half of the 5th inning. And a bunt single by Casilla. Let's pause here for station identification on your home for Twins baseball. Well, here's Joe Mauer to bat with a runner at first. Back-to-back hits by the Twins. A home run by Rebko. And the bunt single by Alexei Casilla. And Wade Davis now working to Joe Mauer. And here's the pitch to Mauer. Just missed inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Davis, he had retired 10 in a row. But he gives up the home run to Rebko to start the 5th to give the Twins a 5-0 lead. And a bunt single to Casilla. 2nd hit of the game for Alexei. Mauer bats at 1 ball, no strikes. There goes Casilla. The pitch is low. Chopping throw, not nearly in time. Safe at 2nd and a steal for Casilla. His 2nd of the year. And 3 tries.
Well, that's kind of like Madden ball right there. Something the Rays would do. Alexei, after a home run, drops down the perfect bunt and then steals 2nd base. So Twins are off to running and hitting the ball all over the place.
And a chance for the Twins to get another on the board here with Mauer batting. Mauer, and he's going to draw an intentional walk. As you could have mentioned, Joe's brother Jake, who is the manager of the Fort Myers Miracle. The Miracle in attendance today. They're playing a game later tonight at Clearwater at Bright House Stadium against the Clearwater Phillies affiliate. And Jake and the Fort Myers team, along with members of the Fort Myers front office. Ramsey Corrali telling us that he left close to 50 tickets for Fort Myers.
31 for the guys in uniform and another 14 or so for all the big shots, huh?
Well, there's the first walk of the game. It's intentional. As Mauer reaches at first, and Hickey is out to talk to the right-hander Davis to try to settle him down here just a little bit. Stolen base by Alexei Casilla. Quest brings you all the Twins high-speed steals this year. The Twins get the speed they need with Quest high-speed internet. Get the speed you need without burning up your wallet. hopefully we'll get to our email of the game here in the top half of the fifth inning. But the Twins have a big threat going here with runners at first and second. And the pitch. And Delman Young bats, and he fouls it away, and it's strike one.
I was just trying to think. Beloit, not that far from the Twin Cities. Is there any team in Minnesota in that league where Beloit might visit them and then come to Target Field?
No.
All the teams in the Midwest League are primarily
Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Wisconsin. I think there's a couple of teams in Iowa. But would be an opportunity perhaps for the Beloit Snappers. Maybe if they have a early day game. It's about a 4-hour trip from Beloit to Minnesota. Perhaps they could come over. You know, another neat thing, too, Jack, would be for the Beloit Snappers to play a game at Target Field one day. And perhaps that could be scheduled in a Midwest League game. Swinging a foul on a 1-ball, 2-strike delivery. Coming now to Delman Young. Been a time when a couple of the minor league teams for the Boston Red Sox have played games at Fenway Park. Maybe when the Red Sox are on the road, or either before or after a Red Sox game. Here's the set now by the right-hander Davis. And the pitch. There's a high fly ball hit to center field. We'll watch Casilla. I don't think he's going to be able to advance. Catch made by Upton. He'll quickly relay it in. A strong throw back into the infield. Delman Young is out. That'll be out number one for the Twins here in the top half of the fifth inning. U.S. Bank email of the game. Send your question to John and Dan at twinsbaseball.com. If we use your question, you'll have a chance to win U.S. Bank home run porch tickets. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. Well, this question comes from Mark in Cottage Grove. He wants to know, he saw that the home plate umpire took a foul off the foot, saw treatment in the Rays dugout, delayed the game for just a few moments. What would happen if an umpire is injured and cannot continue during the game? That pitch is up and in to Jason Kubel, and a count of 1 ball and no strikes. Easy answer.
Well, they just rotate,
yeah.
Their normal rotation. A guy at first base would go behind the plate, and they'd go with a 3-man crew for the rest of the game.
Yeah, we've seen many a time when an umpire has to leave the game, maybe perhaps because of heat exhaustion and an afternoon hot day, or an injury to an umpire where they have to leave. Take a foul tip, perhaps like Jerry Crawford did the other day. But it would just mean that you'd have a 3-man umpiring crew. There are no substitute umpires who are on duty or waiting to fill in.
Except for the 45,000 people that would love to get out there.
You're right, they would. There's a little flare by...
Oh, my.
Oh, what a catch made by Longoria, boy. A little flare by Jason Kubel. It was down the third base line in foul territory, and Longoria racing after it. He dives and makes the catch. He nearly ran into the railing. I don't know if that railing is padded. I believe it is. Yes, it is. So he might not have injured himself, but just slightly, but still a great play by Longoria. Boy, that could be a web gem.
Well, the neat thing, good or bad about this ballpark is the turf. That's the warning track is exactly the same turf as that's on the field. So it's all a carpet. It's just that it's painted brown or a bright red or whatever you want to call it, brownish red, to warn the players that they're getting close.
Ground ball to third off the bat of Kadire. Throw to second for the force on Maurer. And Davis works out of the jam. Twins and runners at first and second with nobody out, but they fail to advance the runners. Twins get a run, and a home run by Rebko, his third of the year. And now at the end of 5.5 innings, the Twins are 4.5 innings. The Twins are leading 5-0 on your home for Twins baseball. Joyce leads off for the Rays in the bottom of the fifth inning. Twins are leading 5-0. They've out-hit the Rays 8-1. There are no errors. And Slowy delivers. Strike foul back. And then a ball inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Slowy working at a furious pace in this game. Delivers a strike. And it'll be 1-2. That pitch, his 55th of the game. Right back Slowy, and here's the 1-2 delivery. This is down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right back slowly now on a 2-2 delivery and a swing and a foul tip. Into the mid of Butera. Strikeout for Slowey, his 6th of the game. And a leadoff out. Joyce is retired. And here's Dan Johnson to bat. Excel Energy reminds you to go the safe play every day. Call 811 before you dig. Then wait 2 business days for them to mark their underground utility line so you can dig safely. Excel Energy, responsible by nature. Dan Johnson bats and takes a strike, 0-1. One away, nobody on. Slowly delivers. Here's a fly ball to right, hit fairly deep. Kubel back in front of the track, makes the catch, and they're quickly 2 away. I promise you, I don't think Slowey got the ball back. I think Jared kept the ball, flipped it up in front of Johnson, and he
just
teed it
up
out
to right.
Hit it off a tee and hit it to right.
Kevin is definitely working fast today, and the results so far have been great.
Twins are leading 5-0. And here's B.J. Upton to bat. He'll take a strike, and it's 0-1. Right back Slowey, and the pitch. Fouled. Quickly 0-2.
You know, a lot of times teams will step out. A lot of hitters don't like this kind of pace, and they'll step out and try to disrupt the pitcher. Right now, Tampa just saying, go ahead, throw as fast as you want.
Yeah, they're not doing anything to slow the pace of this game. Slowey's pitch up and in, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tigers and White Sox underway at Comerica. No score in the bottom of the first. Ground ball up the middle. Pass Casillan into center field. Upton's going to reach for the base hit. 2nd of the game for the Rays. Rodriguez had a single in the 4th inning. Upton has a 2-out single here in the 5th inning. And now the batter is going to be Reed Brignac. Well, Tampa Bay closing out this 11-game homestand. Right now, they are 8-2 on the stand. And the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike to count to Brignac. If Tampa Bay comes back and wins this game, it'll be the most successful 11-game homestand for the Twins, or for the Rays, in the history of their franchise.
How about if they're 8-3?
No, won't make it. They had a 9-win homestand when they played 4 teams in 13 games. But they've never had 9 wins against 3 teams. They played 4 games against the Detroit Tigers, 3 games against the New York Yankees, and 4 games now against the Twins. 2 balls and a strike to count to Brignac. He bats with Upton at first. Kadire holds in the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it'll be 2-2.
Well, Slowey obviously is a deceptive type pitcher to the hitters because he only throws in the high 80s for his fastball, but he can blow guys away, and it just tells you that hitters don't pick up the ball real good.
There goes Upton. The pitch is high. Butera's throw. It's on the money, and they got him out at second base. Nice play by Hardy. He takes the throw and fires it. Butera does as he fires it to Hardy, and Hardy puts the tag on Upton for the caught steal. So Upton, 31 steals now in 38 tries, caught for the 6th time. That's all for the Rays in the 5th. No runs and a hit, and nobody left. The end of 5-0 Minnesota on your home for Twins baseball.
Michael Kadire of the Minnesota Twins and a proud member of the Twins.
Danny Valencia leads off for the Twins. Bottom top half of the 6th inning. First pitch a strike. The second hit in the air to right. Here's Joyce roaming toward the foul line to make the catch. And Valencia is the opening out. Vicente Padilla really on target. He pitched perfect for 6 1/3 innings. The Dodger right-hander ended up tossing a 2-hit complete game shutout and a 9-0 win over San Diego. Who's on Target? Brought to you by Target, where you'll find everything you need to enjoy outdoor baseball back at Target Field. Target, expect more and pay less. Leadoff batter, Danny Valencia retired. Now J.J. Hardy bats, takes ball one, and Davis comes right back with a strike, and it's 1-1. Here's the Davis pitch, and a swing and a drive down the left field line. If it's fair, it's going to go for extra bases. One hopping over the short wall down the left field line. J.J. Hardy has the 9th hit of the game for the Twins. A double, his 2nd hit of the game. And now Drew Butera will bat. J.J. 2 for 2, 2 for 3 today.
And that was just an off-speed slider that just hung up right near the letters, and J.J. was just waiting on it. He just jumped on that like it was sitting on a tee.
Well, Butera 0 for 2 today. He steps in to face the right-hander Davis. Runner at second and one away. The Twins are leading 5-0. And an inside delivery spins Butera away, and a count of 1 ball. Twins scored 4 in the first when they batted 9. Added another in the 5th and a home run by Jason Rebko. His 3rd of the year and the 3rd home run of the series for the Twins. And the pitch. There's a drive into left center field. This ball's going to be in there for extra bases. Here comes Hardy to score. Butera on his way to second base. Makes the turn at second, but holds there as the relay comes back into the cutoff man. And the Twins now have a 6-0 lead. Back-to-back doubles by the number 8 and 9 hitters. 10 hits in the game for the Twins.
And nothing cooking in the Rays bullpen, so Joe Madden, at least for now, is pretty much saying, hey, you got into this mess, get yourself out of it.
Well, Davis now faces Rebko in the top of the order. At second base, Butera. There's one out here, and the pitch to Rebko. It's a ball outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Run batted in for Drew Butera, his 9th of the year, and that's his 4th double. Twins batting in the 6th inning and leading 6-0. And the pitch. There's a ground ball to third. Longoria will hold Butera, and across to retire Rebko. And that's out number 2 for the Twins here in the 6th inning. Alexi Casilla will bat. Twins have had 10 or more hits in the last 3 games of this series, Tuesday, Wednesday, and now here today. And Alexi stepping in as he bats in the 6th. And the pitch. That's a strike, a fastball at the letters. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the set by Davis. And the pitch. And a ground ball hit to short. Brignac waits for a third hop and fires on to first. Alexi Casilla retired. Twins are out in the 6th inning. Twins pick up a run on back-to-back doubles by Hardy and Butera. And now at the end of 5.5, Twins lead the Rays 6-0, and you're home for Twins baseball. Well, the Twins tacking on single runs in the 5th and 6th innings. And now leading 6-0 as the Rays come to bat in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Country Hearthbread, a proud partner of the Minnesota Twins. Country Hearthbread, the toast of the Twins. Swinging a foul by leadoff batter Reed Brignac. And a count of 2 strikes to Brignac. Brignac was at the plate when Upton was caught stealing. Swing and a miss by Brignac on an 0-2 delivery. And on 3 pitches, Kevin Slowey disposes of Reed Brignac. Boy, Slowey just cruising along here. He's given up only 2 hits, both of them singles. At one time, he had retired 9 Rays batters in a row. He now has 7 strikeouts. And here is the number 9 hitter, Kelly Shopik, to bat. Slowey has not been in double figures in strikeouts. He had 9 in a game against Cleveland way back in April, on the 20th of April. That's his high for the year. Of course, Sloey, right-hander, is seeking his 11th win of the year. His career high is 12.
Well, that's the first time a hitter has stepped out on Sloey.
Shopping bats, taking a strike, swings and fouls. And very quickly, Sloey works ahead at 0-2. Boy, he's been 0-2 to a lot of Rays hitters today.
He's coming right after him. You know, he's got a lot of runs to work with again, and it's a big plus for Kevin. He's wanting to work fast. He's showing that today, and he's throwing strikes by working fast. So everything's going his way.
Here's Sloey now on the 0-2 delivery to Shopping. It's inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. '74 pitches for Sloey, and a swing and a miss by Shopping. Boy, he wants to break his bat over his knee. But he is down on a strikeout. A pair of strikeouts for Sloey here in the 6th. 8 in the game now for Sloey. And the batter is going to be Sean Rodriguez. We had a little fun before the game, and we were talking about how many innings Sloey was going to pitch, how many hits was he going to allow, and how many strikeouts was he going to have. And I said Sloey's going to have a big strikeout game. He's going to strike out 12. And that was quite a joke to almost everybody here. Sloey hits Rodriguez, and he becomes a base runner in the very first pitch.
Well, it's not a joke now, John. He's 4
sure
away.
Not.
I think you're going to be right on.
Well, still a long way to go. Rodriguez has reached, hit by a pitch. It's the second time that Sloey has hit a batter this year. And Carl Crawford stepping into bat. Second inning of the game with the Tigers and the White Sox, and still no score. We'll keep an eye on that one. The Twins, of course, are trailing the White Sox by 1.5 games in the American League Central. First pitch to Carl Crawford is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, the ball came back and deflected right into Butera's right throwing shoulder, and he just needed some time there to regroup.
He took a hit, but it appears that he's going to be all right. And now the pitch to Crawford, an off-speed delivery, and a strike as he fouls it away. And the count is 2 strikes now to Carl Crawford.
Uh-oh, he's going to first base. There must have been interference.
Oh, they're going to call catcher interference here on Drew Butera. And Chris Guccione, the home plate umpire, is making the call. Evidently, on the swing by Crawford, he made contact with Butera's glove. Now, that'll be an error charged to Drew Butera. It'll be the second error of the series for the Twins, and both of them have been charged to Butera. You see it on the replay or not?
You know, it was hard to pick it up, but it was.
2 on now for the Rays, and Longoria bats. First time the Rays have had 2 base runners on and an inning of batting. Rodriguez at second base. Longoria bats and swings, and it's a pop-up. Right side of the infield, Alexi Casilla calling off Kadire. He'll make the catch, and that'll retire Longoria, and the Rays are out of the 6th inning. They leave 2. No runs and no hits for the Rays here in the bottom of the 6th inning. There was an error charged to Butera and catcher's interference, and 2 men left on. Now at the end of 6, 6-0 Minnesota, and you're home for Twins baseball. Hey, Twins fans, if you love hot dogs, purchase a U.S. Bank home run porch ticket for any Thursday game. Receive a free Schweigert hot dog and Pepsi. Be sure to check out the Sports Authority Thursday Value Pack. Well, Randy Schott coming on to pitch for the Tampa Bay Rays. That's all for Wade Davis. We start the 7th inning. The Twins are leading 6-0. Joe Mauer, Delman Young, and Jason Kubel to face Randy Schott, who's worked twice already in this series, this being his 3rd appearance. And Joe Mauer at no balls and 1 strike. Set by Schote now as he works to Joe Mauer, and a swing and a miss. A big cut on an off-speed breaking pitch. And 0-2. Joe Mauer, a double and a run batted in, a ground out, and an intentional walk. He's 1 for 2. And the 2-strike delivery, a swing and a miss, strike 3. Randy Schote with a strikeout to start things here in the top half of the 7th inning. Wade Davis, he will go 6 innings, 10 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned. He walked 1, it was intentional, and he struck out 1. Hey, folks, it's time for the Minnesota State Lottery 7th inning scratch. Call 833-TWINS and hit 0, followed by the pound sign. 7th caller wins $50 in Twin Scratch tickets. Players must be 18 years of age. The Minnesota State Lottery, everyone is playing. Randy Schote now facing Delman Young with 1 away. 2 strikeouts for Wade Davis, not 1 as previously reported. He had 2 Ks. And here's Delman Young batting at a 1 ball and 1 strike. 6-0, the Twins are leading. They've out-hit the Rays in the game 10-2. Kevin Slowey, 6 shutout innings so far, and he's given up just 2 harmless singles. Only once in 6 innings of batting. Here's a line drive and a base hit to right field for Delman. Young is on, and the Twins will have a 1-out base runner. Delman Young at first base. His 2nd hit, the 11th of the game for the Twins. Just going to say, only once in 6 innings of batting have the Rays had more than 1 base runner. And that was in the 6th inning. They had 2 on for 1 pitch. Longoria hit the very first pitch offered with 2 runners on. Popped it up to Casilla at second base. One away, 1 on. Twins bat on the 7th. They lead big. And the strike is in. Schote delivers that kind of off-speed fastball, 87 miles an hour. He doesn't have a whole lot of velocity, but he's got a sidearm delivery. Very effective to left-handed hitters. Now the set and the pitch. Here's a little tap foul down the first baseline. Fielded by Dan Johnson, but in foul territory. And it will be 2 strikes to count now to Jason Kubel. Kubel with an RBI single back in the 1st inning. Bounced out to the shortstop and was out on a little pop-up foul ground, and a good catch made by Evan Longoria, the 3rd baseman. Kubel is 1 for 3 in today's game. Now the set by Schote, and to throw to first, back in time, Delman Young. 6 runs on 11 hits for the Twins now. Most hits in any of the games in this series for the Twins. They had 10 last night in 13 innings. 10 the night before in a 6-4 loss. And only 4 hits in the Monday game. Here's a pitch that gets away from Shopik. Should be a pass ball. He had a chance to catch that ball, but it got away from him. Well, he scored as a wild pitch. So on the second base, Delman Young. And now with a runner at second and 1 out, Kubel bats with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, Shopik didn't move at all on that.
He sure did.
Very weak attempt to try to stop that ball. It wasn't in the dirt. It was just wide.
Not only did he not attempt to catch the pitch, but he pretty much walked after the ball toward the Twins dugout. But only an opportunity for Delman to advance 1 base. Pitch down low, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kubel 1 for 3 in the game. And 2-2 to count to Jason Kubel. Now the set by the lefty Schote, and the pitch. Kubel with a ground ball to first. Big hop to Johnson. Waves off pitcher Schote. Goes to the bag himself on the race to the base and wins. And they're 2 down with Delman Young reaching 3rd base. Here's Michael Kadire to bat. Now Kadire stepping in. Michael had reached base safely 27 games in a row before he went 0 for 6 in last night's game. Here tonight, he has a hit, or today, he has a hit in 3 trips. Well, Kadire with a chance to drive in the 7th run of the game for the Twins. And he takes a pitch low, 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, the biggest difference for us tonight is that, or today compared to last night, is that we're not leaving anybody in scoring position. We're getting those runs in.
Now the delivery. Kadire looks at a strike, and it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, the Twins 4 for 6 with runners in scoring position in the first inning. They are now 5 for 12 in the game. Last night they were 1 for 14 in the 13-inning marathon. The longest extra inning game of the year for the Twins, by the way. Kadire with a 2-hopper over the mound. Rodriguez at second has it. Throws on to first. Michael is out. Twins are down in the 7th inning. That middle of the 7th inning here at Tropicana Field. Twins enjoying a nice lead, 6-0 over the Rays in their home for Twins baseball. Leadoff batter for the Rays, Willie Ibar, bounces one toward first. Kadire attempting to play in it, went off his glove. I think they scored it as a base hit. We'll wait and see.
Well, I just haven't put anything up there yet.
Yeah, they haven't. I thought I heard something on the intercom, but as yet they've not posted. It's an error charged to Michael Kadire, not a base hit. Second error of the game for the Twins. And Kadire has his first error at first base. 7th inning stretch today brought to you by Barrel of Fun, the official potato chips of the Minnesota Twins. Big league taste, hometown values. A KLN family brand, Perham, Minnesota. Slowing now to the number 5 hitter in the order, Matt Joyce, and the strike is in. Slowey's pitch count at 84 as he works to the Rays here. They're batting in the bottom of the 7th and trailing 6-0 to the Twins. Slowey had 8 shutout innings in his performance against Seattle on Sunday. And he's shut down the Rays here through 6 in today's ball game. Working here in the 7th. And he's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Joyce. Swinging a line drive, broken bat, foul. Meat part of the bat bouncing out towards second base. And it's still 1-2. Matt Joyce batting. He gets a new piece of lumber. And he will face Slowey at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Leadoff batter, Willie Ibar reaching on an error charged to Kadire. Well, this is the first time that either team in this series has enjoyed a big lead. This is the 8th and final game of the season series. Swinging a foul back by Joyce. And the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the largest margin of victory, 3 runs. And that was by Tampa Bay in a game at Target Field. They won 7-4. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Missed to the breaking pitch, 2-2.
Yeah, the first time definitely for the Twins in this series with a little bit of breathing room.
Now the set by right-hander Slowey. Not a big lead for Ibar in the pitch. Missed inside, full count now, 3-2. Slowey hasn't walked anybody as yet. He has struck out 8 in today's game. Ibar at first. 3-2 pitch. Popped up. It's going to reach the seats. Back behind home plate. Still no score in that White Sox-Tigers game. They're in the top half of the 3rd inning. Freddie Garcia against Max Scherzer. Twins on to Cleveland after the game. A 3-game series with the Tribe starting tomorrow night. Swinging a drive. Caught by Kadire at first. Michael puts his glove on the bag with the ball in his glove and has an unassisted double play. Joyce is robbed of a hit on a nice play by Kadire at first base. 2 down here for the Rays in the bottom of the 7th inning. Twins fans, you receive a medium signature iced tea for just $2 at any Caribou location the day after the Twins record a save. Get your coupon at cariboucoffee.com/twins. Twin saves, fueled by Caribou Coffee. Now the left-handed hitting Dan Johnson to bat. 2 down, nobody on, and the pitch. Up high, 1 ball and no strikes. No activity in either bullpen. Schote is on for Wade Davis. Slowly has gone all the way. Swinging a ground ball at first, and an easy play for Kadire. Waves off Slowly, wins the race to the base, and that'll do it for the Rays. They're out in the 7th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, nobody left. At the end of 7, 6-0 Minnesota on your home for Twins baseball. Well, here's Danny Valencia to lead off for the Twins in the 8th inning. Twins are leading by a score of 6-0. And here's the pitch to Valencia. It's off the outside corner. Ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Pitching matchups for the Cleveland series starting tomorrow night. 2 night games, Friday and Saturday, and a day game on Sunday. Francisco Liriano against Jeanmar Gomez in game 1. Carl Pavano against Fausto Carmona in game 2. And Brian Dunsing against David Huff in game 3. Gomez, a right-hander. Carmona, a right-hander. Huff, a left-hander. And the pitch. Strike is in, and a 2-0 delivery. 2 balls and 1 strike. Valencia today, 0 for 3. Strikeout and 2 fly ball outs. Twins lead 6-0. Out hitting the Rays 11-2. Valencia with a line drive to the second baseman, Rodriguez. Whew. Hard hit, but right to the second baseman. He didn't have to move. And Rodriguez makes the catch.
Now they have him shaded up the middle a little bit. Sean Rodriguez stood right there and took a line drive. Hit it hard, John.
Yeah, Gardy gave him a little handshake as he came back, saying, hey, that was a good at bat. You just hit him right. The old Adam ball at the second baseman, Sean Rodriguez. Now J.J. Hardy bats. J.J. a good game. He's got a single and a run batted in, a double and a run scored, and a fly out. He's 2 for 3. Twins have 11 hits on the board. Schote has come on in relief of Wade Davis. Davis went the first 6 innings. Slowly has gone all the way for the Twins. Pitch in for a strike, and 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Hardy. Drew Butera on deck. Twins have a homer today. Jason Rebko, a solo home run. Swinging a foul by J.J., a late swing. Fouls it down the right field line, and the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the set by Randy Schote, and the pitch just missed inside. Boy, that was close. 2-2 now to count to J.J. Twins in the 8th and leading 6-0. Twins win, they'll draw a split in this 4-game series. In the season series, the Rays will win by a margin of 5 wins to 3 for Minnesota. That's if the Twins hang on and win this game. Swinging a foul by J.J. and the count holding at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, if they don't win this game, John, it's going to be a long flight to Cleveland.
Boy, indeed it will. Be a few upset people that the Twins were to lose this one here with a big 6-0 lead and only 2 at-bats remaining for the Rays.
It's been all Twins today. They played good, solid defense. Slowey's pitched extremely well. They came out swinging early, and they added a couple in the 5th and the 6th, too. So
now the set, the 2-2 delivery. Swinging a drive to right, and it drops in for a base hit. Hardy has his 3rd hit of the game. The Twins have their 12th. Now Drew Butera to bat. Say, folks, follow the Minnesota Twins on your iPhone, iPod Touch, BlackBerry, and Android phone with MLB.com at Bat 2010. Featuring play-by-play, video highlights, and live audio broadcast Visit twinsbaseball.com today on your iPhone, iPod Touch, Android, or BlackBerry, and you'll get more details. Butera with a double in his last at bat. And a pitch inside, and 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 the count. Butera batting. 1 for 3 in the game for Drew with a run batted in. Now the set by Randy Schote. And the pitch. Butera with a double play ball to second. Rodriguez to Brignac 1. Relay to first. That'll complete the double play. 4-6-3. The Twins are out in the 8th inning. No runs on a hit. And nobody left. And now at the end of 7.5, Twins lead 6-0 on your home for Twins baseball. Kevin Slowey comes out to pitch the 8th. He's allowed but 2 hits. Single by Sean Rodriguez in the 4th inning, and a single by Upton Bell in the 5th inning. B.J. Upton in the 5th inning. And Upton is the leadoff batter here to start things for the Rays in the 8th. He is 1 for 2. The only 2 hits allowed. And the pitch. Up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Slowey's pitch count. He's at 96. No activity in the Twins bullpen. Kevin does not have a complete game. Here's a fly ball hit to deep left center field. This ball has a chance, and it is off the wall. Nope, home run. It's a home run for B.J. Upton, and it's a 6-1 game. Toward the wall, hit off a blue painted portion above the wall, came back into play. Ball coming from Jerry Crawford, the crew chief, and the second base umpire. 6-1. The Rays are on the board in the 8th inning, spoiling the shutout bid for Kevin Slowey. Slowey gives up his 17th home run. Upton's second home run of the series. Swinging a fly, foul down the left field line off the bat of Brignac. Into the seats and out of play, and strike 1. Ten home runs now for B.J. Upton. And the run batted in is 39th of the year. Swinging a foul. 2 strikes to count to Brignac. Slowey, 2 shutouts in his career. 3 complete games in his career. As mentioned, he does not have a complete game this year. 8 innings in a game against Cleveland on the 20th. 8 innings in his last start. And strike 3 on an 0-2 delivery to Brignac. Oh, boy. And that'll be strikeout number 9 in the game for Kevin Slowey. Ties a season high. And 3 shy of his career high.
Well, John, Burt and I both agree that that's the kind of home run that is a non-event. You know, it does ruin your day a little bit because you have the shutout going. But you got a 6-run lead and you're late in the game and you're on the mound. You want to throw strikes, and he came right after Upton. He just happened to hit a home run.
Now Shopping bats. Pitches outside, and 1 ball and no strikes. 6-1, the Twins are leading. Just 3 hits on the board for the Rays this afternoon. The Twins, they have 12. Shopping swings and fouls. And 1 ball and 1 strike. Slowly working on a string of 15 consecutive shutout innings. The 8 that he had against Seattle and the 7 that he had here today. Misses low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Right back now, and here's the 2-1 delivery and a swing and a foul to the mid of Butera. And 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, he's still working fast. Shopping, the one guy that doesn't like to let him work fast. He stepped out a couple times in this game already, and he's trying to slow the pace down.
Here is the 2-2 delivery, and it hit him. So Shopping, second time that Slowey has hit a batter today. And Shopping goes down to first base, an inside delivery, and it just clipped him on the left elbow. Butera out to talk to Slowey, and now with 1 down and 1 on, We go back to the top of the order, and here's Sean Rodriguez. He was hit by a pitch in his last at bat. So Slowy had hit only one batter all season long. Has hit 2 in the game here. Here's a line drive and a base hit into left field. Solid knock for Rodriguez, his second hit of the game. And the 4th hit of the game. And the Rays trying to generate a little offense here in the bottom of the 8th inning with 1 out. They have runners at first and second, the second time in the game that they've had more than one base runner on in an inning of batting. Get a little activity going in the Twins bullpen now.
Ron Mayhay, the left-hander up. Rick Anderson out to the mound. He's going to try to settle Slowy down. I don't really think it's a case of settling him down. He just wants to make sure that he still feels good, which I'm sure he does. Although Kevin, not used to this too much this year. He's in the 8th inning and deep into a ball game. But his pitch count pretty good for where he is right now. I know Gardy and Andy would both love to see him get out of this inning and then maybe let somebody finish up for him in the 9th.
Yeah, Slowy, just 7 quality starts in the 21 previous starts that he's made. He does have a quality start going for him here, with giving up just 1 run as he pitches into the 8th inning. But here's Kyle Crawford to bat and a pitch. Swinging a foul, strike 1. Last 2 starts for Slowy have been quality starts. Coming into today's game, he had pitched 14 innings, 6 against Baltimore, 8 against Seattle, and had given up only 1 earned run. There's a smothered ground ball by Casilla, and he throws on to first, and they get Crawford.
Nice
what a play
play
by Alexi. That ball had earmarks of a base hit to right field. But Alexi, streaking to his left, smothered the ball. He never really fielded it cleanly. And he came up with his chest on the dirt part of the infield and got the ball as quickly as he could to Michael Kadire. The runners move up. Rodriguez is now at second base, and at third base is Shopik, and here's Longoria, and he'll take a strike, and it's no balls in 1 strike. Crawford is out on a 4-3 scoring play. Swing and a miss by Longoria. Well, he chased. Longoria's not had a good day today. He's 0 for 3. Strike out, a fly ball out, and a pop up to the second baseman. Shopik at third, and Rodriguez at second, and the pitch. Down low. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Evan Longoria. Slowy, full line, and the pitch just wide. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Slowy now at 112 pitches. More than likely this will be his last inning as he tries to get out of the 8th. 2 on and 2 away. 2-2 to Longoria, and a foul back our way, just down in front, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes still. Slowy ready to work at 2-2 to Longoria, and the pitch just off the outside corner in a full count of 3-2. On deck is Willie Ibar. The Rays are batting in the 8th. Here's Slowy's payoff pitch. He walked in ball 4, the first walk of the game by Slowy. Wow. And the bases are loaded for Ibar. Gardy pops out. That's going to be all for Kevin Slowy. So Slowy will go 7 2/3. He gives up a total of 4 hits. Thus far, 1 run. He has a walk and 9 strikeouts. Outstanding pitching performance by Kevin Slowy here this afternoon. Call to the bullpen on the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Type of pitch. Which would it be?
Slurve ball.
It's a slurve ball?
A slurve ball. Slider curve.
Wait a minute. A curveball breaks one way.
Video games tell me that there is such thing as a slurve ball.
Yeah, your true colors are revealed, Mr. Video Game Baseball Player. Nerd alert. Summit Beer. It's a more meaningful brew. Summit Brewing Company, St. Paul, Minnesota.
This is Denard Span, and this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins.
Well, it's Jesse Crane to pitch for the Twins. Mayhay and Crane have been warming up, and Gardy goes with the right-hander Crane. Jesse comes on to face the left-handed hitting Ibar with the bases loaded. It's a 6-1 game. Jesse Crane coming on for appearance number 48 on the year. Only Matty Guerrero has appeared in more games. And he delivers a slider for a strike, and it's 0-1. Crane 1-0 with a 2.98 ERA. He has that ERA under 3 at 2.98. 45 in the third innings, 38 hits allowed. Opponents hit 224 against Jesse Crane. Ibar bats with the bases loaded, and the pitch just a little bit high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Shopping the lead runner at third. Here's the set now, and the Crane pitch. Just missed with a slider in. Boy, that was a close pitch. 2-1 the count. Rodriguez at second, Longoria at first. The base runners for the Rays here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Twins holding the lead at 6-1. Now the set by right-hander Crane and a big pitch. 2-1 delivery and a swing and a foul to George Hendrick at the first base coaching box. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Ibar. Ibar this afternoon is 0 for 3, reached in an error back in the 7th inning. Next batter, Matt Joyce, lined into a unassisted double play at first base. Kadire with a catch and stepped on the bag to retire Ibar. Now we're ready on a 2-2 delivery. Jesse Crane pitches, and Ibar takes it low. 3-2, and the string is out. The base runners, Shopik, Rodriguez, and Longoria will all be running on the 3-2, 2-out pitch. Well, Crane shaking off a signal from Butera. And now Butera trotting out to the mound, and they'll get things straightened out here to make sure they're both on the same page on this crucial pitch. 3-2 with 2 away, with the Rays batting in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah, basically, Drew Butera is just telling Jesse, hey, throw whatever you want, just throw for a strike, because he can't hit a 5-run home run right now.
Here we go at 3-2. Crane ready. The base runners are off and running as Jesse sets and pitches. And a swing and a foul. Valencia chasing, but I think this one's going to reach the seats, and it does. We'll pause here for station identification on your home for Twins baseball. Tropicana Field. Crowd responding to Ibar's at bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Crane delivers with 2 outs and the bases loaded. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Ibar with a big cut, and he fouled it back. Crane with an 83-mile-an-hour slider. Do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Slowly started the inning, gave up a home run to Upton. Grignac struck out. Shopik hit by a pitch. Rodriguez singled. Crawford was out, and then a walk to Longoria. Bases loaded, payoff pitch. He walked in ball 4. The run charged to Slowey. 6-2. Matt Joyce is the tying run. He steps in. Shoppy comes in to score. On to third base, Rodriguez. Second base, Longoria. Ibar picks up a run batted in. Gardy is out. And the left-hander Mayhay will be coming on. He'll pitch to the left-handed hitting Matt Joyce. If that's the choice of hitters for Joe Madden, we'll find out when we come back. Chris Atterbury with a scoreboard update next. Mayhay is on. He will pitch to the right-handed hitting Jason Bartlett, who's going to bat here for Matt Joyce. Bartlett, shortstop, but pinch hitting and facing Mayhay with the bases loaded. 6-2 game. And now time is called as Mayhay was ready to pitch, but time had been called. See, Bartlett's been called upon to pinch hit this year 4 times, and he is 0 for 4. Bartlett hitting .237. He'll take a pitch wide, 1 ball and no strikes.
Now right-hander Matt Capps is up and throwing in the Twins bullpen.
Yeah, if the Twins don't watch out here, this is going to be a safe situation. It isn't as yet. Now the set by Mayhay and the pitch, and here's a high fly ball down the left field line. It is deep and it is gone. Oh my! A tie game.
Man.
Jason Bartlett carries one just over the wall. And the Rays have come back to tie the game with a 6-run 8th inning. Third home run for Jason Bartlett. And runs batted in 38, 39, 40, and 41. Oh my. What a comeback by the Rays. Second home run here in this, the 8th inning. And here's the 9th man to bat. And Mayhay's pitch is up and into Johnson. He spins away, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. On a 1 ball, no strike pitch, a home run for Jason Bartlett. And the pitch. Well, that'll close the book on not only Kevin Slowey, but also Jesse Crane. Slowey will give up 4 runs. Crane will give up 1. Mayhay has given up 1. 6-6 tie game. And Johnson takes a pitch down low. Hakeem Benoit warming in the pen for the Tampa Bay Rays. Here's Mayhay's pitch. Strike is in. 3-1 to count to Johnson. Jason Bartlett. A grand slam home run. And the game is tied. And the pitch popped up. Could be playable for Butera. Drew coming back. Nope, it's going to be in the seats. About 6 rows up. Well, this crowd's still abuzz on the Bartlett grand slam. Hit down the left field line. It just did clear the big wall and into the second row of the seats. Bartlett's grand slam has tied the game. Mayhay to Johnson, and he walked him ball 4. And now Upton will bat. And I got a feeling we're going to see Ron Gardenhire. We are. Gardy pops out of the dugout and signals once again that he would like a right-hander out of the bullpen, and it's going to be Matt Capps coming on to pitch for the Minnesota Twins. Wow. 10 men will bat. The 10th man coming to the plate, B.J. Upton. And we have another scoreboard update with Chris Atterbury. You're listening to Twins Baseball.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. No problem. Got it. And Capps is on. Capps will pitch for the Twins. He'll be the fourth pitcher actually, of the inning. Third out of the bullpen. Slowey started. gave up a home run to B.J. Upton, struck out Reed Brignac. Shopik then reached when he was hit by a pitch, and that's when the dam really broke here. And it's been a big inning for the Rays since. Cap starts off. B.J. Upton with a slider that hits the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Johnson at first base. He reaches on the walk, issued by Ron Mayhay. Caps down to Upton. A swing and a foul into the mitt of Butera. And it's 2 strikes to count to Upton. 6-6 tie game. 6 runs for the Rays in the bottom of the 8th inning. They're still batting. Upton is the 10th man to come to the plate. Earlier in the game, the Twins batted around. That was in the first inning when they scored 4 runs on 6 hits. Now Caps to Upton and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Boy, Upton upset with himself. 3 pitches and Caps gets the strikeout. And the Rays are finally out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 6 runs for the Rays. They had only 3 hits, but 2 of the hits were home runs, including a grand slam by Jason Bartlett. Hakeem Benoit will be coming on to pitch now for the Tampa Bay Rays. As we go to the 9th inning, the game is tied at 6 on your home for Twins baseball. Ninth inning, Jason Repko will lead off for the Twins. The game is tied at 6. Randy Schote is done for the day. He goes 2 innings, 2 hits, did not give up any runs, didn't walk anybody, and he struck out 1 strikeout for Randy Schote. Repko takes a strike after a ball pitch from Hakeem Benoit, who is now on the pitch for the Tampa Bay Rays, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Casilla and Mauer to follow. Benoit been very, very good in relief for the Rays. Here's a line drive and a base hit. Go. This one's down the left field line. Let's see if Repko can get 2. He's going to try. They're going to have a play on him. Throw to second. Not in time. Repko with a leadoff double to start things here in the top of the 9th inning. And Repko has his 2nd hit of the game. He had a home run earlier. So Benoit gives up the 13th hit of the game for the Twins. The Rays have only 5, but in that 8th inning where they bat 10, they had 3 walks and a hit batter. They also had 2 home runs, including a grand slam from Jason Bartlett.
That was just great hustle right there by Jason Repko. He ripped that ball into the corner, and he was bound for second base right from the get-go.
Well, let's see if the Twins can't get Repko over to third. And the Rays infield looking for a bunt attempt from Casilla. Here's the set from Benoit. No show of a bunt by Casilla. And he takes the pitch high. 1 ball and no strikes. "13 hits for the Twins now. Now the set by Benoit. And here is the 1-0 Casilla. Swing and a miss. Big cut. And it's 1-1.
Well, with 1 swing now, Gardy may put the bunt on here.
Chris Casilla, all he has to do is just pull the ball to the right side of the infield, and they'll get Repko over to third. Benoit ready. The right-hander checks Repko at second base. Set now, the long hesitation, and here's the pitch. And a foul back our way, and it'll be a count of 1-2. Casilla this afternoon, a pair of hits. He doubled in the first inning, scored the first run of the game. Came in on a double by Joe Mauer. And a bunt single back in the 5th inning. Twins scored 4 runs in the first inning. Single runs in the 5th and 6th innings. 2 strikes to count to Casilla. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's Benoit. Hesitates. And here's the 1-2 delivery and a swing and a ground ball on the right side. That'll get Repko over to third. Brignac now playing at second base. Underhand flip to Johnson at first to retire Casilla. But Lexi does his job.
Yes, sir. He'll get a handshake. Gardy is yelling at him. And that at bat, get him over, get him over. And he finally did the job.
Bartlett stays in the game, by the way, after pinch hitting for Matt Joyce. He's now at shortstop. Brignac is at second. And Rodriguez has moved to right field. Maurer will not get a chance to swing the bat. He's going to be intentionally walked for the second time in this game. And that is just the second walk given up by the Rays pitchers. Both of them have been intentional to Joe Mauer. Delman Young is due up next. But the Twins have Repko at third, and they'll have Mauer at first. And just one out here as the Twins bat in the top half of the ninth inning. 6-6 tie game.
Intentional walk.
Since the 1st of July, Benoit has appeared in an American League high 17 games, this being his 18th since that date. 38 1/3 innings of pitching. He has struck out 53. He has been absolutely lights out for the Tampa Bay Rays. Twins are trying to scratch for a run here in the ninth, and a tie game at 6. And Delman bats. Delman had the game-winning RBI for the Twins last night. And the pitch, line drive, and it is played on a short hop. Out at second, so to first, safe at first base. Repko still at third.
Well, nothing Repko could do there. Jason Bartlett looked him right back, then realized he had a chance for a double play ball.
Just a soft liner off the bat of Delman Young. Almost caught on the fly by Bartlett, but he played a short hop. He looked Repko back to third, fed it off to Brignac at second, and Brignac's throw back to first nearly nipped Delman Young for the double play. Now the batter's going to be Jason Kubel, and the Twins have runners at first and third and 2 outs. Mauer is out at second base at a 6-4 fielder's choice. Well, in a way, the Twins missed on the opportunity to get the run across, but in another way, they're very fortunate that they're still batting nearly a double play. Kubel bats against Benoit. Set by the right-hander, and the pitch. And the fastball is high. 1 ball and no strikes. Two on for the Twins here in the top of the ninth. Tie game at 6. Repko at third, Young at second, at first. Second base vacant, and the pitch. Off the outside corner and 2-0. Well, it's almost like Benoit's pitching around Kubel here with the right-handed hitting Michael Kadire due up next. But Kadire, he would have an opportunity to bat possibly with the bases loaded. Big pitch here for Benoit. 2-0 the count to Kubel, set by the right-hander. Hesitates, and the 2-0 pitch swung on and fouled. Off to the left and out of play. Fastball that Kubel didn't quite get around on, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Now, huge at bat right here. You never know when you're going to get runners in scoring position. The game on the line again. Twins need to somehow manufacture this run.
Twins have very good speed in the base paths. Of course, Repko's only 90 feet away. He would score easily on a base hit. Delman runs well at first base. 2 balls and 1 strike. Benoit sets and pitches, and he's high. Ball 3. 3-1 the count now to Kubel. In the bottom of the 8th inning, Tampa Bay batted around +1. Scored 6 runs. Key blow, a grand slam home run by Jason Bartlett, tying the game at 6. Now the Twins are trying to break the tie here in the top of the 9th. 3-1 to count to Kubel. Set by Benoit. And the pitch. It's popped up and should be playable.
Oh, my goodness.
My goodness, way up. It hit a speaker, and it falls in. Now it's a fair ball.
It's in play. And that run scores.
Oh, my.
Oh, my is right. That's in play. It hit the very, very center of this dome.
A huge pop-up by Jason Kubel.
I thought it was going to stay up in there, John.
Well, I'll tell you what, it hit up into the center piece, which is the initial ring. And now
it must be in play. Neither manager is.
Yeah.
And Joe Madden especially isn't out there arguing, so it's got to be a hit.
It's a hit and a run batted in. Brignac talking with second base umpire Jerry Crawford. Wow. A sky-high pop-up off the bat of Jason Kubel. Delman Young is at third base. You know, Delman almost had an opportunity to score on that play. And now Kadire bats. Twins get their second hit off of Benoit here. And now here is Kadire batting, and he'll take a pitch high, 1 ball and no strikes.
You know, John, that's why I come to baseball games.
Yeah, you're right.
I figure I've seen everything I'll ever see. I've never seen that.
Never have either. Never have seen that ball being popped up. And Bartlett and Brignac both felt they had a beat on it right at second base. And the ball actually hit just behind the pitcher's mound when it came down. And the pitch, Kadire fouls it away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Scoring on the play is Jason Rebko. And the Twins now lead by a score of 7-6. Kubel gets his second run batted into the game. And he now has 65 runs batted in. Now Kadire batting as Kubel is at first base and Young is at third. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Michael. 2 outs for the Twins, and a pitch and a swing and a miss. Kadire chased a high fastball, got a piece of it, and fouled it to the glove of catcher Kelly Shoppett. One ball, 2 strikes. Kadire batting with runners at first and third. The Twins leading 7-6. Benoit with a pitch. Swinging a foul. And Kadire is still in there at 1-2. You know, Jack, I have to tell you, I don't think that's fair. I really don't. And I know that it's a great run for the Twins to give them a lead at 7-6. But that ball, when it hit that speaker, it could have ended up in right field.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have gone anywhere.
There's a second. Actually, there's 3 rings. There's the center ring, there's a small ring, and then there's a little bit bigger ring, all of which are in fair territory.
Yep.
And I imagine as part of the grounds rule, any one of them, if it's played off of there, it's live.
And the pitch, here's a drive to left and a base hit. It's going to score Delman Young. The Twins will have a 2-run lead. That'll way to go, Michael. Get that runner across with a solid base hit. Well, there's actually 5 rings here at Tropicana Field. The lowest ring has some areas in foul territory, as does the second lowest ring. Then you go up to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th rings. I'm not too sure that you would call the centerpiece of Tropicana Field a ring, but we'll call it that. All of those are in fair territory. If they hit off of those rings and come back down into play, it's a fair ball, and that's exactly what happened on Kubel's pop-up. Here is Valencia swinging in the first pitch, and he hits a fly ball to right. It's going to be caught by Rodriguez, but the Twins are going to come up with a pair of runs here in the top of the 9th, and they get the lead back. And now at the end of 8.5 innings of play, the Twins lead the Rays 9-7, and you're home for Twins baseball.
2010 online.
By 2, 8-6, not 9-7, as I reported at the end of the top half of the 9th inning. It's 8-6, the Twins leading. Matt Capps is on. He has a chance to get the win here. He was pitching for the Twins when he struck out B.J. Upton for the 3rd out in the bottom of the 8th inning. The leadoff batter now is Reed Brignac for the Rays as they bat in the bottom of the 9th inning. 8-6, the Twins are leading in the pitch. After a foul ball, it's high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Credit RBI hits for Jason Kubel on a pop-up that hit the center piece of Tropicana Field. Came back down into play. And an RBI hit for Michael Kadire. Swing and a miss by Brignac. And 1 ball and 2 strikes. Caps facing Brignac, Shopik, and Rodriguez. The 3 scheduled batters here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Twins at one time led in this game 6-0. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Brignac is down on strikes. Strikeout for Matt Capps, his 2nd in a row. And there's 1 down here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Capps with his 2nd strikeout. John Jaso will bat now for Kelly Shopik. Jaso, a left-handed hitter, facing Matt Capps. And the pitch. Down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Twins have 8 runs on 15 hits. They have 2 errors. The Rays, 6 runs on 5 hits. They have not committed an error in the game today. Shopik is being pinch hit for. Jaso bats. Strike is in. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Jaso bats left-handed. 271 batting average. Here's the set by Capps and the pitch. High. 2 balls and 1 strike. A loss for the Rays, and they fall into 2nd, a half a game behind the Yankees. A win for the Twins. They will probably remain a game and a half back of the Sox. The White Sox are winning their game 2-0. Pitch down low. And a count of 3-1 now to Jaso.
Capps just got to come back and get Jaso, make him hit a ball. You don't want to have a free pass here.
1 away, nobody on in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the 3-1 delivery, and he walked in ball 4. A pitch up and in. That'll be the 4th walk by the Twins pitchers. Slowey, Crane, Mayhay, and now Capps. They've all walked 1. Well, Ben Zobrist is going to bat for Sean Rodriguez. Zobrist, the switch hitter, will bat left against the right-hander Capps. Twins are leading 8-6. Boy, what a game. 4 in the first for the Twins, 1 in the 5th and the 6th. Kevin Slowey cruising along, giving up just 2 hits through 7 innings. And the pitch. A strike is in, no balls and 1 strike. In the 8th, a leadoff home run by B.J. Upton. And the roof fell in on the Twins. 10 men batted in that 8th inning. 6 runs scored, and the Rays rallied to tie it up at 6-6. Twins get 2 in the 9th and lead 8-6. Capps trying to finish it off. He pitches to Zobrist. Strike is in, and it's 0-2. And Zobrist has not swung the bat as yet.
And Gardy's getting Anthony Slama up. Slama didn't pitch yesterday. One of the only, himself and Mayhay were not in the game. All the other relievers were, so kind of down to his last guy. Again, Roush I don't think is available today.
Now the set by the right-hander Capps. Checks that runner at first. Jaso with a shallow lead. And the 2-strike delivery and a swing and a foul. And Zobrist at 0-2. Kadire holding Jaso at first base. I'm saying that's just the 2nd time that a ball has hit the A ramp, which is the top ramp here at Tropicana Field, and that ball hit by Jason Kubel 90 feet above the field. Wow. Strike 3 called to Ben Zobrist. Wow. He took a pitch on the inside corner. Phil Cuzzy rings him up. And a big out for Matt Capps. He has struck out 3. And now the Rays down to their last out, and Carl Crawford as he bats here in the bottom of the ninth inning. .190 feet. Wow. That's a mighty high pop-up, I'll tell you that much. And it came down into fair territory. And it ended up being a base hit, and it scored a run. Crawford bats and swings and misses, and strike one.
Well, you just got to throw 3 balls right there. Crawford's spinning out of his shoes. He's trying to hit a home run, trying to pull the ball. He keeps it down and away. There's a good chance he'll roll one over.
Now the set by Caps. Crawford had no balls and 1 strike. Caps with a long hesitation, and the pitch. Ground ball right side. Here's Casilla. He fields. He throws. Got him at first base, and the game is over. Great play by Alexi Casilla. Making a great play as he moved swiftly to his left. Did a complete circle swing and made an odd target throw to Kadire. And the Twins win the game and split the series. Crawford is out in a 4-3 scoring play to end the ball game. So for the Rays in the 9th inning, no runs, no hits. They leave 1. They strand but 5 base runners in the game. And the Twins draw a split in this 4-game series as they win here this afternoon. How about that? Again, a 2-run game. No game in the 8 games that are played in the season series between these two teams was won by more than 3 runs, and only 1 was won by 3. So the Twins win it by a final score of 8-6, and the game-winning run batted in belongs to Jason Kubel on a catwalk hit as the Twins take the victory 8-6. Chris Atterbury standing by with an update on the Toyota post-game download, which will follow our game broadcast performance here today. He had that home run in the 5th inning. He had the run in over 17 innings of pitching. He takes the loss here. He's now 0-1, and that was quite a performance by Jason Rebko. He was the rally starter for the Twins in the 9th inning.
Well, you know, I think this guy's really kind of caught the eye of a bunch of the Twins front office people and the coaching staff. He's a ball player. He hustles. He's got great speed. And today he had a great game hitting that home run. You know, at the time we were up by 4, and he adds on that insurance run in the 5th run. Little do we know that we needed 8 to win, but big double there in the 9th inning to get us going, and scored that go-ahead run.
Very quick preview of the Cleveland series. The Indians are playing tonight. If they beat the Red Sox, they'll take 3 out of 4 from Boston at Fenway. That's certainly a feather in the cap for Manny Acton and the Cleveland Indians. So a challenging 3-game set for the Twins coming up here against the Indians.
Well, I think it's one of those situations that if the Twins that all go into Cleveland with it thinking they're going to, just have to throw their glove out there to win a game, they're going to be surprised. They got a lot of new faces over there, John, and they don't realize they're no good yet. They think they can play with anybody. So we're going to have to play. I like our rotation right now. We got Lariano, Pavano, and Dunsink throwing in that series, and we're just going to have to continue to play good baseball. We're hitting the ball, we're getting plenty of hits, and all we need is good pitching and defense.
Yeah, the pitching rotation for the Twins: Lariano tomorrow night, Pavano on Saturday night, Dunsink on Sunday afternoon, and the Twins will be facing Gomez, a right-hander, 2-0, Carmona 11-8. David Huff is 2-10, but he's just up from AAA and making his second start for the Tribe. All right, Jack, save us a seat on the airplane now.
All right, John, thank you.
As we get our way to Cleveland and the 3-game series, which starts tomorrow night against the Cleveland Indians. Let's bring you the totals of this one. Another 2-run game. My goodness, they had 4 games in this series, and 3 of the 4 games were decided by 2 runs, and 1 game was decided by 1 run. These 2 teams really played it close to the vest all season long. And here in this series, in the 4-game set, it was a 2-run win for the Twins today, a 1-run win in extra innings last night, and they draw a split in the series. Final series total, the Twins win 3, the Rays win 5. They will not play again in the regular season. The Twins now 14-18 with 4 games left to go against the East, and they won't play against the East again until the last 4 games of the regular season against the Toronto Blue Jays. Twins on the road, 28-28. And in 2-run wins, the Twins are now 7-7 in 2-run games. They were 8 runs, 15 hits 2 errors and 8 left for Minnesota. The Rays, who dropped this one, fall to a mark of 67-41, a half a game behind the idle New York Yankees in the American League East. The Twins at the moment are a game back of Chicago, but the White Sox are winning, and they're winning 2-0 in their game in the 7th inning at Comerica. If they hold on and win, the White Sox will remain a game and a half ahead of the Twins in the American League Central. The Rays fall to a mark of 22-10 against the Central Division. They have 7 games left against the Central, 3 against the Tigers, 4 against Kansas City. They are now 34-23 here at home. They end an 11-game homestand, winning 8 and losing 3. But they lost 2 of the last games to the Minnesota Twins. They were 6 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 5 left. Their mark in 2-run games, 13-7. Matt Capps gets the win. He's 1-0 with the Twins. And Hakeem Benoit takes the loss. He's 0-1 for the Rays. Home runs in the game for the Twins. Jason Repko in the 5th inning with nobody on. It was his 3rd of the year. For the Rays, they hit 2, both in the 8th inning. A leadoff home run by B.J. Upton, his 10th of the year. A pinch hit grand slam home run by Jason Bartlett, batting for Matt Joyce in the 8th inning. And for Bartlett, the home run was just his 3rd of the year. Bartlett with a grand slam home run as he homers for the Rays, his 3rd home run of the season. The attendance today was 29,210. Kids Day here at Tropicana Field. And the time of game, 2 hours and 35 minutes. 2:35 was today's time of game. Kyle Hammer's been our game site engineer. For Blackjack, Jack Morris filling in for Danny this week. Danny's on vacation. He'll be back with us on Tuesday when the Twins face the Chicago White Sox at U.S. Cellular. I'm John Gordon. Stay tuned. There's much more to come on the Toyota postgame download with your host, Chris Atterbury. Now from Tropicana Field, final score of today's game. It was the Twins 8 and the Rays 6. So long, everybody, on your home for Minnesota Twins baseball.